Halloween! Sorry for scaring you a little bit there. I wanted to get you a little pumped up for today's episode. Today we're going to be reacting to another Chills video. This one's going to be 30 scary videos disrupting my soul. And I figured having a little bit of fun with this one since it's Tuesday, October 31st, 2023. What better way to close out the spooky month than by having chills? Now, I probably will still be reacting to scary videos after this month. And I will be doing my best to make sure to keep doing scary videos for you guys, because I know you're enjoying this a lot. Especially with the latest Chills video at the time of this recording being last Thursday of this recording. Which would be the, hold on, I'm forgetting the date. What was the date? The 19th. I'm recording this on the 23rd. So it's a little bit of a early recording for me. But, again, thank you all so much for viewing and liking these videos. It definitely keeps me going on trying to do all this. But without further ado, let's go ahead and do this.
30. Terrifying creature. A man is biking in the woods when his camera captures something leering at him from the tall grass.
First off, before we go any further, be sure to subscribe and like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications. I would not do this. If I'm going to bike, it's going to be during the day, and it's got to be with people, because if I go biking by myself, I'm worried something might happen.
Shared by TikToker Lindsay Ivan. This video will leave you feeling watched. See if you can spot it.
Okay, let me see if I can spot this. Something glaring from the bushes?
Did you see it?
No, I
As
didn't.
the biker speeds down the path, a tall humanoid-looking figure
hell?
appears to be watching from the sidelines.
What the hell is even that?
Some think this is Slender Man. Some are wondering why this guy is even biking at night in the woods.
Exactly!
Although there's no clear answer to that, there are many theories as to what he captured in the comments.
TikToker T-Cat writes, Skinwalker, they're all around the world. Zolt XD writes, plot twist, it was a random scarecrow. Nokia Dog writes, or hear me out, it's a plant. I like the thoughts of the plant, I also like the thought of the Skinwalker, but I feel like a random scarecrow fits in way too perfectly for this one. Me, myself, it could just literally be something that's just not of this world. It's possible. And plus, being on Halloween, you definitely have to look around both ways, making sure that there's nothing hiding over your shoulder. I don't know what to say what this is. I'm just confused overall why they're at night bike riding.
I do think, with the speed this guy's going and the darkness, it could be a plant captured at just the right angle. What do you think this is?
I have no idea what it is.
Ghost got him. When
Ghost
you're
got him?
nodding off in the early morning, anything can happen in that liminal space. Submitted to the Chills Narrator subreddit, Redditor Horrifyingly Haunted 3 shares this terrifying, yet quite funny footage of his friend who thought a ghost got him.
Yeah, what the hell?
Context. The resident's home is haunted, and this friend was taking a quick nap as he was getting ready to go. When his friend awoke to find him gone, this was his reaction. Now I'm wondering if he saw himself in the mirror in his peripheral vision, and the movement scared him. Or did he sense some other more evil presence was there? It's difficult to know why this was his reaction, but then again, that liminal space between sleep and wake is half dream and half reality.
I like to think that for that split second, he woke up so quickly he couldn't register anything, so he probably spooked himself in that mirror.
Number 28, Apparition. If you don't like hide and seek, you're gonna hate this. YouTuber Addy Riona
I like hide and
shares
seek,
this scary
but when I'm playing with
video
actual people.
of an apparition caught on camera during an innocent game of hide and seek.
Ariana, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm playing hide and seek.
With who?
Very low quality, I would say.
Bagel.
Okay. Would you want?
Wait. I think I know this series. Wasn't it that this spirit or dark entity made it so known as Mabel, and the little girl wanted to play hide and seek with it, and the dad goes and tries to like play along and ends up finding this
Want to play hide
girl?
and seek with me?
Sure.
Okay, now you can play with the real person. So I'm gonna actually look for you, and I'm gonna do all the counting. Okay?
Alright.
Okay. And you're gonna be the one hiding.
Note that the girl says she was playing with her friend Mabel. We can assume that Mabel is imaginary. When she drops the game in progress to play with her dad instead, this happens.
Ariana.
See, that was always confusing for me because I've watched. I think I've
He
seen
goes
this one
upstairs
before.
to find his daughter, and he does find her, or so he thinks.
Okay.
I see you behind the dresser.
What the hell?
Ariana?
You found me.
Oh. What?
Did Mabel tell you where I was?
What? Let's get out of here. Come here.
Was that Mabel hiding behind the dresser?
I see you behind the dresser.
It's very low quality.
Opinion. This video goes to show that not all imaginary friends are imaginary. Some are phantoms just pretending.
Yeah, I've seen this one before. There was another one where he was playing hide and seek again with his daughter, I do believe. And he goes and he looks into a doorway, and it's just like a really long hallway. And he sees something crouched down in the corner, and then all of a sudden he closes the door trying to rationalize himself, so he opens up the door again, and he sees it just standing there, and all of a sudden it just starts running at him. I jumped once I saw that because, again, this was years ago. I'm talking like back in my high school years. God, that makes me feel old. But yeah, that's like 2014, 2015 when I think I saw these videos. This was old content.
Number 27, Woman in White. The legendary Woman in White has made her appearance on this abandoned farm multiple times, and here she is again. Shared by YouTube channel Chamos, this scary video is trending in the Portuguese-speaking YouTube community.
Não, e o medo de ficar aqui no escuro, velho? Tá louco, cara? Eu também não, cara. Ai, cara, olha lá, velho. Olha lá, cara. Olha ela, cara.
Okay, so yeah, it is definitely of
The
the
ghostly figure
Hispanic
peers out from
communities.
around
It's
the corner of
Spanish
this
community.
stone house. They look around for her but don't find her until
Vai lá, chefinho. O que foi? Ah, olha lá, chefinho.
What the hell? She's standing right there by the car.
Não dá pra ver, não tô vendo, cara. Eu não sei, cara.
But perhaps the most terrifying vision of the woman in white comes later while on the road.
Oh my god.
Olha lá, chefinho.
She looks like she's... Oh, she's floating around.
Now
What?
that's a vision of pure terror. A vision so terrifying, it's disrupting my soul.
Yeah, I
Number
definitely agree to that one,
26.
Chills. I've
Fifth
got nothing on that
time,
one.
Whatever you do, don't let them in. Redditor Broadad126
The hell was that?
writes, this is the 5th time this happened this week. First, a child ghost hiding around the corner is seen. And then this happens. What would you do if this happened to you?
Okay, before I read this, let me just say I was always told never to open the door. If there is something that you do not know is on the other side. And I know I made the story about opening up the door whenever I heard somebody knocking on my door several episodes ago. But in that instance, I would definitely say that was definitely smart, but I don't think in this instance it matters considering the fact that he's already got an entity within his house. It's in the shape of a child. Reddit user Advanced Unknown Error writes, yeah, nah, I'd be moving up at night. Made in the Universe writes, yeah, definitely a cut there when he walks up to the wall. See, that's the issue though. I didn't see a cut. I was definitely going to mention something if I saw a cut, but I don't see it. Like, here, watch this part again. That's seamless. That's like in the moment. And considering the fact that it goes from behind that wall where it looks like it's just reaching out from behind and then all of a sudden disappears into the wall and then the front door is right there, it can easily fade through the wall and start smacking itself on there. Because it looks like it's smacking like this, where the fingers are split. It's purposely doing that because it's got that definitive, like, two-layered line.
Well, most in the comments suggest this is fake and has been around for years, and in fact is not this Redditor's work. I've got to say, it is nightmare fuel. Number 25.
Oh, okay, so it's not even his.
Ghostbuster. A tour of this haunted church leaves this YouTuber praying to get out alive. As he's on the staircase, he starts hearing noise.
Can I just ask why he was in such a tight crawl space to begin with? I wouldn't even put myself in that situation. But you get a POV cam, which is nice.
He continues through the haunted house, and he sees this demon in the rafters.
What even in the hell is that?
In front of the altar, he starts hearing sounds again, and then he practically jumps out of his skin because of this.
Floorboard creaking? I didn't hear anything creak. That must have been very faint. Okay, there's like an old crawl space in there.
Ёбаный стыд, блядь.
Later, something is moving around in the shadows.
Мать твою.
Ooh. That's freaky. There's nothing here where my camera is.
Whatever is here is stalking him.
It's stalking him hard. Like, you could clearly make out the eyes.
He captures it on camera, creeping up the stairs.
It's like really low to the ground. Because you can make out... There was the banisters, like... Here, let me zoom back. There's a banister... There's like a banister piece here, there's a banister piece here, and here. And you just see it crawl up slowly. It's like very low to the
He
ground.
ends up fleeing from what we can assume is the demon.
I mean, yeah, I'd definitely say that.
And thankfully, he does get out alive, for now. I think it would be best if this Ghostbuster gave up busting ghosts before something really bad happens.
See, here's a thing for you, since he was bringing up demons. And something you might get a kick out of was that I've had a demonic experience before. Even my one friend that I've had an experience with doesn't even remember this instance. So what had happened was that, trying to think of where it was to start. It was a long day. It was a day off that I had from work, and I decided to take my friend's mom, foster mom, over to the hospital because she wasn't feeling good. She was, I guess, needing surgery for something, and she wouldn't be home for the night. And my friend's biological mom was in the picture, but she was out doing whatever, and she was staying there to help out, but she wouldn't be home till almost like 2 in the morning. So I decided, you know what, I'll stay with you for, I'll try to stay the night, see if I can, and then just, we'll go from there. So we had dinner, we had, a movie, and it got late, so we went to bed. And it was about, I can remember this because I didn't sleep. I was up till like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. And all of a sudden, I see my friend. She comes out from her room. I'm sleeping on the living room. And she goes and she starts sitting in the recliner. So I sit up and I see her eyes are like wide open. I thought maybe she was sleepwalking or something. That's why I asked her. For the instance of this story, we'll name her Bailey. I looked at her and I was like, "Hey Bailey, you okay?" And she's just not even looking at me. She's just out of it. So again, I thought she was sleepwalking. I'm like, "Bailey, are you here?" So I'm waving my hand in front of her face. I'm snapping in front of her, and she does a slow turn towards me, and she says, "My name's not Bailey." I'm like, "What in the fuck?" I couldn't even figure out what was going on. So I'm over here just like, "Are you sure you're not Bailey?" They're like, "No, and I don't plan on telling you who I am." I'm like, "Okay." And I had my own iPhone 4S at the time, the same one I told you about however many episodes ago, regarding the recording that I had in my dad and stepmom's cold cellar. So I set down the recording, I had it recording, I set it down on the coffee table, and I start talking, trying to figure out what's going on. And so, and she's got like 3 chihuahuas in the house. And they're typically quiet, but they're all looking at her and they're like anxious and they're barking at her. So I knew something wasn't up, something wasn't good at the time. So I'm trying to get all this information out and it's just fighting me. I asked it, "What do you want?" "I want to get out," is what was its reply. "Well, why do you want to get out?" "Because I want to." I'm like, odd for a demon. "So what do you want with her? Why didn't you go after me?" "I went after her because she's weak. No need to go after a poor fool like yourself." And I'm like, "Okay." And so I do what I can to try to help out the situation, try to like, how do you say, de-escalate a demon incident? Because this is a full-on possession right at this point. Because it doesn't even sound like her at this instance. So I'm trying my best to try to get it out of her and doing what I can, doing all these different prayers, doing uh like what would a priest do? Uh and I can't even think of the name exorcist would do. I tried to exorcise the demon out the best I can, and they're just laughing at my poor attempts because obviously I'm not part of the church. I can't do that. Well, after that, uh, the demon that's possessed Bailey has started walking towards the kitchen, and I'm like, "Where do you think you're going?" And they just don't say anything. They're just heavy thudding, walking like this, like body's like really slow and sluggish, like it's trying to maintain control over the body. And I step in front of the door. I said, "You're not leaving here." And they said, "Get out of my way." "I'm not moving. You get out of my way or I'm making you get out of my way." I said, "There's nothing that you can do to make me move." It looked me dead in the eye. It didn't say a word, but I heard like basically saying, "You want to bet?" All of a sudden, it pulls a knife out of the drawer closest. There wasn't even any knives in there. It just happened to have a knife in there. It was I don't remember if it was a steak knife or if it was a paring knife, or it was a knife nonetheless. And they're like, "I'll be nice, since you're stupid." And they placed the knife right here over my heart, like the tip of the knife right over it. And they're like, "You don't move. This goes in you." And so, not taking any chances, I slide off to the side. And it said, "Good boy." And then practically throws the knife at my feet, making me jump as it opens up the door. You don't even see the door, like Bailey's arm reach for the door. It just opens up. And whatever possessed her walks out. I close up the door, making sure that her dogs are not chasing after her. And I'm like trying to get Bailey back into like conscious, trying to get her to talk. And this is at this time it's like a quarter after 1 in the morning. We're walking in the middle of the street. She's in full pajamas and everything. And all of a sudden, we're maybe about a good 2-3 houses down the middle of this road, trying to figure out what's going on. And also, I see this car coming down the street. And all of a sudden, Bailey snaps out of it. She was looking at me. I'm like, hey, hon, are you okay? She's like really groggy, like she was looking out of a sleep. She was like, what are you doing here? Where am I? She's looking around all confused. I'm like, hon, you were in the middle of the street. You were possessed. No, I wasn't. I said, we'll talk about this in the morning. And I told her, okay, let's go back home. Let's go to bed. I start walking her home. We get inside. All of a sudden, I hear the car doors close. And I go to find out that her biological mom had just pulled in. I said, okay, hon, just go back to bed. I'll take care of everything. Just go back to bed. She's like, okay, good night. Her biological mom comes in. She's like, was that you two I saw walking? I said, yeah. She's like, what happened? I said, I think she got possessed by a demon. She's like, really? I said, yeah. I started recording and everything. I even left my phone recording and I whole forgot about it. So I hit end recording. I start playing it back for her so she could hear it. I'm like, this happened within the last like 10 to 15 minutes. And so we start playing it back and you can hear everything. She's like, this doesn't even sound like my daughter at all. I said, no, that's what I'm saying. All of a sudden, you hear the door slam. That's me closing the door. And there's nothing on in the house. There's nobody else in the house. It was just me and Bailey and 3 chihuahuas. You can still hear them barking, mind you, trying to figure out what's going on. All of a sudden, you hear voices. There's at least 2 different voices inside the house. You hear the male and you hear the female. I don't know exactly what they sound like as far as age goes, but you can hear the female spirit clear as day go, oh my god, oh my god. And immediately after, you hear the guy spirits just say either he, she, they, whatever. It's really something. I don't know if they were referring to me, referring to whatever possessed Bailey, or referring to both of us. But at first when I heard it, I thought they were referring to me because I heard he's really something. It was one hell of an experience. It was definitely something I did not want to have to deal with ever again. But I know that if there's any sort of like major paranormal instance, something that attacks spiritually, I might end up having to come across that again. But that's the end of my story, so let's continue the chills video.
Number 24, Haunted House. This stigmatized property is at the center of a series shared by YouTube channel Fourth Wall. The contract of the
We've seen that before.
states that there was an accident there, and that, it seems, has led to this place being haunted. In one piece of security footage, you can see something peek out from the closet.
Something speaking out from in the
Whatever
closet?
is here is destructive.
I don't know.
It has torn this lamp from its place.
Jesus. Michihara's? Oh, jeez, there's just glass
As he
everywhere.
tries to sleep, he hears something banging in the closet.
That's weird. There's something in there.
A moment later, the noise sounds like it's coming from downstairs.
It's not happening every day, but for some time there has been a noise that's appearing around 2:30. Please understand that I can't show all the layout because it's a property to be sold, though I might show it when it's necessary. I couldn't spot the source of the sound, but I think it's coming
Something
around this
is
tub.
here, but what? I don't know
I mean,
what
that's
sort
freaky.
of accident happened here, but it undoubtedly left its mark. For more scary videos like this, be sure to check out Fourth Wall's channel. All of their videos have English subtitles.
That's very
Number
freaky.
23, Dark Magic.
I don't exactly have anything to add to that one. That one's just freaking on its own.
The power of the jinn is in its darkness. YouTuber Barak Dogan Paranormal shares this video of a jinn cloaked in shadow.
Are we
Bana
sure?
benim dilimde konuş. Bismillah.
Are we sure that it's not just a person dressed in a whole black cloak?
The only thing creepier than its appearance is its voice.
Its voice. What in the hell was that? That's actually Jin? I mean, I'm sorry, I don't think I've ever heard of a clearer, like, voice. Of course, other than the experience that I've had in the Cult Cellar.
That's the soundtrack I don't want shuffled on repeat.
Yeah,
I don't know
same.
what this Jin is after, but I think we could all probably guess that it's not here to bless them.
I don't think so either.
The Return.
The
Would you
Return?
return to a place where you encountered a ghost?
Yeah.
YouTuber Ricky Velasquez shares this video of his return, and it seems it's still very much haunted.
¿Quién está ahí? No, es que, bueno, la señora decía que...
I'm confused.
¿Qué es eso?
What was that scream?
I don't know. It sounded like, if this is a sanatorium or an asylum, it might be a mentally ill patient. I mean, that's what I think. Either that or it's a playful teenage female spirit.
¿Qué es eso? Pero no podemos salirnos así.
That was a scream of terror. I think Ricky will soon regret coming back here because what he's facing seems more than a ghost to me. It seems like a demon. Number 21.
Oh, God.
They're here.
Don't tell me that one.
Entering this empty home, you get a feeling that you're not alone. YouTuber D-Doc Michael explores this incredibly creepy and haunted abandoned place, and right away, he gets the chills.
I mean, I would be kind of terrified too if I saw an old house like this.
Then he spots this fan.
Hello? Jesus Christ, I'm in the middle of a fucking recording! I'm in the middle of a fucking chills video and all of a sudden you do this, man! What the fuck? You know this is going in the video, right?
Sure.
This is a Halloween special.
Okay.
This is definitely going in. Oh my god. My blood ran cold when you did that. Jesus Christ.
Gosh, I wish I had run into the other room.
Yeah, at that minute, I think you would have.
I was outside the door for like a couple seconds when I heard it was a teenage ghost. I was like, oh, he's doing violence.
Yeah, I'm reacting to a chills video when you
And then
decided to
I heard-
bamboozle me.
I heard that's an old ass house. I said,
Scared the piss out of me. Again, my blood ran cold around my chest. Jesus Christ.
love you.
Love you too, dork. Nothing like a bit of a heart attack while in the middle of a Halloween special.
And moving.
Wasn't even planned.
왜 구름 붙이냐면 저기에 구름
That's an exorcism thing.
After hiding this scary blade, he feels a bit jumpy.
I mean, I would too in this instance.
He moves
Hell.
to enter the next room, but he sees someone there.
서 계시죠?
You see somebody in there?
뭔 소리야? 뭔 소리야?
I'm not quite sure what he's seeing behind that frosted glass, but it's filling him with fear, and he seems to think the entity wants him to leave.
나가라고요?
Is he speechless or something?
도와지 마. 죄송합니다.
But he's having a hard time escaping.
잠깐만.
For some
This
reason,
is so
he returns
intense.
to the haunted room, and that's when he sees this terror. Michael seems to taunt the spirit, and he gets what he asked for.
불을 좀 세게 할게요. 얘기 안 하실 거예요. 그럼 저 그냥 열어도 되죠? 그래도 되죠? 뭐야? 혼자 아니고 둘.
I wouldn't have messed with
Shortly
this.
after, this happens.
He's like, go out.
이 사람 들고 와야 돼.
Michael was right to leave this place. Whatever is here seems incredibly wicked to me.
Yeah, very
Number
wicked.
20.
Something like that is definitely something not to really mess with. And then, in something like that, I would definitely have left if I was able to.
Pure horror. Teaming up with iConjure Paranormal, YouTube duo Ghost Theory says that the camera doesn't do justice to the feeling of pure evil in this house. What's more is this house comes with a story. As they're heading upstairs, they find a letter pressed into the door frame.
Nah, I'm not.
The letter was written by a woman who lived here, whose husband Frank...
Seriously.
Wait, hold on.
No, I'm not.
Was dying of cancer. He wanted to die at home. Okay. It moved too quickly for me to read.
This.
And the occupants of this house have provided them financial support to do so. Oh, wow.
Later, they're heading upstairs when they hear something.
The only time I've ever heard of something like that happening was my dad's house. They were tearing up some of the floorboards to replace them because they were really old and creaky. It sounded like they were about to fall through. And when they busted it open, they realized they had found some old letters that were stashed away underneath some of the stairs. It was definitely creepy and entertaining at the same time, but the pages were so brittle, they sealed it with all the air out of it in a big plastic bag, like a Ziploc bag. And I don't know if where they have it, but I know they probably still do, as it's history of the house.
If there's anyone here, we mean you no harm. We're just explorers.
I'm going into night vision.
They go upstairs anyway.
Wait, what was that?
We're just explorers.
I'm going into night vision.
It sounds like there's somebody talking there. I don't know if there's a third member or what, but there's definitely a female
They
voice
go
in the background or
upstairs
something, or a
anyway,
really strong
and
whisper.
While looking through one of the rooms, they keep hearing things.
Is that one of you guys? It was below me, but
Oh no, there is a female member here. Okay.
I didn't move.
Then they hear a phone start to ring.
I'm shaking like a shitty dog here. Shit stinks.
There's somebody in there. There's somebody in here. If someone answers that one.
They go outside and they see a light on inside, one that does not turn on.
There is a light on in the building.
That's freaky.
We turned that off if that was us. I only turned one light on.
But soon the mystery is solved.
Hey?
Oh, just
Was it you that was just walking around?
You were in my garden for a minute.
Yeah.
What were you doing in there then?
We were
Just having
filming
a
the
look.
house.
Sorry?
We were filming the house.
You don't film somebody's house without the permission.
This video is a warning to urban and paranormal explorers. Not all empty houses are open for business, but in my opinion, this one made for great content.
In that instance, I don't think I would post it, only because of the fact that it wouldn't feel right for me to post it without somebody's permission. Definitely something in that instance. I mean, it's kind of hard to really tell if somebody owns the place or whatnot. But, it definitely does make, as Chell said, made for great content, but that's really difficult.
Number 19, Office Poltergeist. Would you be able to get any work done with this racket going on in the background?
I mean-
YouTuber Cebu Bike Boot Camp shares this video of a poltergeist tormenting an office in Bratislava.
I mean, did I just pause it when it was starting? But no, me in my instance, I mean, I just had my wife just scare the piss out of me coming in.
This guy is taking it in stride. I expect he's gotten used to the poltergeist messing around here. According to the worker, the only people in the building is the guard on the ground floor and him on the 9th floor.
That's freaky.
Well, this, of course, would be easy to fake. I'm going to take this guy at his word. I probably wouldn't get any work done here because I'd be too busy dealing with this poltergeist.
I'd be too busy trying to get it to leave my
The
office space.
Head. One of the scariest Randonautica experiences of their lives. YouTube team, Don't Blink Paranormal are led to a bridge where they find something a bit heady.
What?
A rope?
Rope?
Is it a rope? But what's at the end of it?
What is that down there?
Looks like a stone.
What is that?
I don't know.
Now it's time to reel it in.
It's a mannequin head.
What it? Oh, babe.
What the
That ain't just that's not just a head.
It's a head, but thankfully not a human one. However, it does have a mysterious message written on it.
I'm not.
What's it? Do you see me?
No, it's not blue.
What's that
It's
say?
just red. I
Are
swear.
you eating bugs again?
Yeah,
What's it say?
Do you see me?
Do you see me?
That gives me chills. I don't think a stalker could come up with a creepier catchphrase than, "Do you see me?" If this were me, I'd be sleeping with one eye open from that day forward.
Nothing like a bit of a prank by somebody else trying to scare you on a bridge. I mean, Randonautica's already creepy enough as it is because it sends you to random locations. But something like this, no. Once I see that, I think that kind of kills the mood for me.
Number 17. Ghosting. Even ghosts will ghost you. Redditor Fonzbot shares a video of this dude who got ghosted, but not in the way you might assume. Watch as the paranormal investigator totally misses the encounter.
De indeling ook gewoon even niet.
Nee.
Dat is een hele rare.
De indeling ook gewoon even niet. Nee.
Yeah, you could definitely see that he's missing out on it. And that's not my cursor on here. Here's my cursor. I don't know what this is, but that's on their
Did you
camera.
see it? What appears to be a ghost shifts past in the light of his torch.
De indeling ook gewoon even niet.
Nee.
Dat is een hele rare.
De indeling ook gewoon even niet.
You can definitely make out a misty figure
Could
passing
just
by.
be mist or his breath. It does look more substantial and is clearly seen shifting through his beam of light.
De indeling ook gewoon even niet. Nee.
I think it's probably just water vapor of some kind, but it makes for a cool effect.
I don't know what it
Number
would be.
16, Scary Discovery. YouTuber CJ Faison had to call the police for this startling discovery he made inside his haunted farm. Let's see what happens.
Ooh.
I don't know what's going on, but I got chills because the camera was on the floor and now it is up there on the thing.
On the thing.
How did the camera move on its own? That's anyone's guess, but something is here, as CJ will soon find out.
I understand, and that's one of them. Hello? Hello? Hello?
CJ's getting... There's nothing in the basement.
After looking around and finding
This
nothing,
heartbeat's not making it any
CJ
better.
turns on his ghost app to speak with the spirits, and then he hears another noise.
What the?
Then, as
It's
he's
freaky.
leaving, he sees a figure in the woods near the house.
Where?
Oh my gosh. Hang on. What? That was a... The whole thing about skinwalkers, okay, I'm literally a believer in this now. That was a very, very, very tall figure.
Was a skinwalker playing house in CJ's haunted farm? It definitely could be. If not, there's something else here, and whether human or paranormal, I think CJ is for sure being watched.
Me, myself, in this instance, if it's paranormal, I would probably try to stay close to this, but also try to stay as far away from this as possible. Reason I say that is because it's his property, whether it be family or personally owned, and it sucks. It definitely sucks with the number of activity we've seen in this small little clip of his video. And then he swear he just seen somebody standing in the woods, a really tall figure, and talking about skinwalkers and such. That's definitely not fun. But there was another human, they would need to find a way in, which humans are crafty. We could figure out all sorts of different ways to get into buildings, even if it means breaking into one somehow. But he didn't. It wasn't anything stated about him having to deal with forced entry on the building. So it might have been some sort of entity that's already been there, especially in the basement.
Number 15. Ghost breaks equipment. Some ghosts are just camera shy. YouTube team Project Unknown found this out firsthand when a ghost went after their camera.
What?
Ooh, what's that? What happened? Which camera? What happened? How did you?
Oh, something peeked out through the door.
Yeah.
Apparently, the ghost literally knocked the camera out of the crew member's hands.
So mean. Ooh, what's that?
And when the person filming shifts toward her, something is caught in the reflection of this glass.
I mean, it's quick, but in
I
that,
think this was
in this small little clear spaced window here, you could see the bottom part of a shadow moving.
just the reflection of the cameraman himself. The rest is a little unsettling. Did it slip out of her hands because she's wearing gloves?
What? The camera.
I mean, he was standing still, but the shadow moves, and you don't see him move.
That's a possibility, but I think it's also possible they're dealing with an unfriendly ghost. Number 14, Kitchen Poltergeist. Are all poltergeists fond of cooking? Shared by YouTube channel.
They seem to really like the kitchen.
Accidente Paranormal RV. This footage shows a poltergeist making its rounds in the kitchen. First, it simply opens a drawer and then a cupboard.
I've got my cat in the window, so I was checking up on him.
Then it seems to have forgotten something in the cupboard.
Sounds about right. I don't know if the voices are added for extra effect from chills, or there's something that was added into the video itself.
It's a hot spot for poltergeist activity. It's my theory that spirits either spent much of their lives there, or are just really hungry. Number 13.
They're always hungry.
Spirits done talking. This spirit is about to hang up on you. YouTuber Tommy Amongst the Tombstones shares this footage of a ghost with no humor.
Are these woods behind us? Is it haunted back here in these woods? Sorry, I heard haunted. Did it? I really want one of you to make this EMF detector go off for me. I want to know that you're here and that you're here and that you're
Is this how ghosts hang up the phone? When Tommy asks if that was the spirit, he responds,
Letty, was that you that knocked off the EMF detector off your headstone? Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit passive-aggressive, but I respect its honesty.
Now, you can't really say that it didn't fall off. You clearly see it did, but it didn't fall off the way you expect it. See, here's the thing. This section right here where my mouse is, from this point here to about right here, that is flat. You can't really take anything up or down onto it. You can lean stuff against it, but you can't place anything really on it. This part right here is rounded. This right here is slanted forward, so it doesn't look like this. It's actually somewhat more like this, just a slight little steep. And they have angled it enough to where it's up on the headstone, and it won't just randomly fall over, let alone fall forward like it did, because the only way for it to fall over is for it to just simply slide down. It wouldn't just simply just go fall forward, it would simply just slip.
Number 12. Destroy.
Yeah, something messed with it.
What happens when Randonautica has had enough of your shenanigans? The YouTube team Proving Demons found out that it apparently destroys your possessions. The team found their car in this awful state.
Oh.
That's
my.
horrible.
Did this really have to happen?
It looks like a bat has been smashed
That's
through
what I
the
was about to
back
bring up.
window.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
Just chill. I know how mad you are right now. Just chill. I'm gonna tell a story.
2 of the car's tires were slashed as well. Luckily, there were several CCTV cameras in the area, so hopefully they can capture the culprit.
Have a bat to put the back window through.
Yeah.
Now that's another story.
They came
Yeah.
with 2 tools.
So I can only think like Randonautical.
Do you think some stranger did this? Or someone
I-
they know?
I would
I think only CCTV can answer that.
honestly, in my opinion, I feel like somebody random decided to go up and destroy their equipment or destroy their stuff, because that back window, you could definitely tell it was bashed in. And in a clean stroke, it had to be either a crowbar or a bat or something. And 2 of the tires were slashed. That's not something that you randomly hear happening because of friendly events.
Number 11, Villa Farm.
Villa
This
Farm?
19th century farm located in Cheshire in the UK is seriously scary. And YouTube team Shuck TV Paranormal have locked themselves in there for the night. Upon entering,
grief.
they feel someone in the home.
There's like someone full on walking upstairs, that's why I'm worried.
Hello?
They keep getting the jeepers, but it's unclear if there are any creepers around.
Something's definitely creepy.
When they finally get set up and are talking through a spirit box, the curtain moves behind them.
Oh. Is the window open?
There's 4 of them.
I'm sorry, there's 4 there.
The way it moves doesn't look like the wind, and the vibes are making them want to flee this place.
Oh, it is making me want to stay.
Me and Adam.
And maybe their vibes are right.
What the was that? Did you hear that?
Growl.
I heard like before that though there was as if like okay.
In my
They're
opinion,
really freaky,
this is super
but
creepy. Is
I-
it a demon? Maybe. But then again, I think it could be someone's gut telling them to leave. And if that's the case, they should definitely listen.
I didn't really get too much out of it other than the spirit box going off, seeing something that I didn't catch, and the quote curtain or blanket on the window being moved. I thought maybe it was the wind, but Chills doesn't think so. Again, me and myself, I think it is because drafts happen, but it was so subtle that it's kind of hard to really tell.
Number 10, Villa Farm Part 2.
Oh, we're getting part 2 to
This is
this?
a double header. This is YouTube channel Bad Cat Paranormal's take on the same Villa Farm in Cheshire.
Okay.
And she doesn't feel safe.
So
I don't know why I feel this unsafe here. I just don't feel safe. I've never felt like this in any abandoned place before ever. And I'm hoping it's paranormal.
She sees a shadow at the top of the stairs. I don't really see this one, but I do hear this creepy
I didn't see it
message
either.
through the spirit box. Who is watching? I don't know, but they sound angry.
push her?
It's no wonder the team
Oh,
felt so
jeez.
unsafe here. I feel like there's an evil presence, and it's wholly unwelcoming. Number 9.
That's very
Boy
creepy.
Ghost. YouTuber
Boy ghost?
Dennis from Dark Ghost Paranormal is interacting with a boy ghost in this haunted house. While in the cellar of the home, he hears a spine-tingling demonic growl.
What the hell was that?
A steady cam in another room captures furniture moving, and in another room, more movement.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
And in another room,
There
more
is just
movement is
so much
captured.
stuff going on. That's all happening in real time. I don't think it likes the corner. Okay, hold on, real quick. Okay, so you remember how I mentioned in a previous episode, in one of my stories, where I was looking out the window to my at my dad's house to the driveway? This is literally almost the exact same setup I had. I had my bed sitting here in the corner, but the bed was pointing this way. I had my TV and my Xbox right over here along this wall, and this window pointed over towards the driveway, and this window pointed out towards the front yard. This is basically the exact same setup that I've had to deal with over my dad's house.
On the other end is the boy.
Твоей мамы здесь нет. Ты где сейчас находишься?
This heartbreaking interaction leads to this revelation.
Кто еще с тобой?
And later, something snaps.
Oh God.
Все.
I'm not sure what that was. Could it have been an electrical short?
Okay, hold on one second. Hi, bud. I need you to not go this way, please. Come on, back it up, thank you. Got a black and white cat named Spats, and he's trying to get on top of my PC. No, back it up.
Or did this young boy finally become untrapped and travel to his mother on the other side?
I would hope.
I hope that's what happened, but sadly, I can only hope. Number 8.
And there was a lot going on in that house, too.
It appears someone is buried here, and YouTuber Franco of Franco Travels returns to the haunting location, this time in the daylight.
Look how green it looks like. It's like there's a filter. It's already on here. I'm not even gonna use my light.
I think we've seen this location
I always
before.
feel like something's hiding inside of it.
As he wanders through, he comes across a few chilling discoveries. First,
My
this.
back hurts.
I don't remember seeing that. So it looks like they took the statue. It says something here. Fell? Fell. I don't think that's real blood at all, by the way, because that would be black. But definitely something changed here.
And then this.
Oh, is that a bone? There's a bone right there.
Yeah. Possibly chicken bone, hopefully.
Probably like a chicken bone.
Let's hope it's a chicken bone. As he enters a hallway, he hears a loud bang in the distance.
I don't even know why I got the flashlight on. I got a really loud bang that just took place.
I don't know if something, living or spirit, is present in this creepy monastery, or if that's just its old bones settling, but this place is scary enough during the day. I can't imagine how scary it is at night. Number
Yeah,
7,
I wouldn't want to be in a monastery at night.
eruption.
Definitely not
Don't
one
get
to go
too
to.
Close. This is hot. YouTube channel Terror Alex Streamo shares this video of a volcanic eruption happening right before this cameraman's very eyes.
Well, that'd be scary yet really cool to see.
Presenciando la erupción de fumarola del volcán Popocatépetl.
Popocatépetl. I think that's how he said it. This volcano, I don't know where this one is. I'll have to look that up.
Would you stand this close?
This is Popocatépetl volcano in Mexico. Okay, so got my answer on that one. Affectionately known as El Popo, it lay dormant for over 7 decades before erupting in 1994 and again in May 2023. It erupted earlier this year? Really? And not even 5-6 months ago either. Because obviously this video being released on Halloween.
This epic plume is a warning sign. Run and run fast.
I wouldn't doubt it.
6, Conjuring House. In yet another Conjuring House investigation, YouTube team Spective Paranormal is doing an Estee session when they get this creepy response to a question.
Now, for those of you that don't know what an Estes method is, I'm pulling my mic closer. An Estes method is basically taking a spirit box, putting on a pair of headphones and a blindfold, and you sit off either in a corner along the wall or in a chair or wherever, make yourself comfortable, and basically you sit there and you let them let yourself be, quote, vulnerable to the entities around you and have them use your energy to speak through the spirit box a lot clearer, and you give the responses that another member is asking. For example, there's been a couple of times where I've seen SS methods be done with like regular sleeping blindfolds flipped over, or golf balls over the eyes and then taped up to the side so that way it keeps them from opening it. But anywho, the question that they could ask is simply, where are you now? They could simply say, here, or in room, or behind you, or something. And it's worked across different channels, different locations, different teams, and stuff like that. Which, there might be a bonus episode at the end of this one, so be sure to stick around to see what that bonus episode is.
Haunted. Can you leave? Are you a good spirit?
This is followed by an interesting exchange about the afterlife.
I heard that.
We heard that.
I just want to understand what happens.
Can you tell us what it's like where you are?
It's a lie.
The afterlife?
Is it a lie? I think that's for the spirits to know and for you to find out. Number 5.
That's definitely freaky. That's an
Forgotten
SS method right
treasures.
there.
This abandoned house is full of forgotten treasures, and it's also full of poltergeists. While exploring the incredible place, YouTuber Straight Explorer gets some readings on his K2 meter.
And again,
What's going on, guys?
for those of you that don't know, a K2 meter is basically something that reads electrical magnetic field. It displays 5 different colored dots. The farthest left dot, the green dot, basically displays that it's got 0 to low electricity. By the moment that it senses something, it can range anywhere from being like the next level up to being max level, which is like a really big warning that you do not touch. In the paranormal sense, typically you get 2, 3 dots from paranormal activity, because it is believed that spiritual energy is made of electromagnetic energy. So they'll less like electrical equipment, like cameras, for example, or computer screens, or even my computer itself. Or if I was recording on my phone, it might mess with that a little bit too, drain its energy, whatever it can to sustain itself. And so electromagnetic reader or a EMF reader will easily make it more known. It works especially well if the place that you're going to has no electricity installed whatsoever, or the power has been cut from the place because it's been out of service for so long.
Orange.
That's a level 3. It's in the middle of
REM pod is
the EMF. It's in the middle of the room. Typically, you would put it as close to... Okay, so for example, my microphone here, which by the way, thanks to my wife for letting me borrow this one. It's different from the one that I normally use. But anywho, this is generating electricity right now. If I held an EMF to it as close as it is, it might generate a low energy when it's not being used, or really high energy when it is being used. But for something like that, being in the middle of the room with nothing connecting to it, that's definitely something to not mess with. Alright, that's something that's definitely messing with it. Stop messing with that whale. Come on. What are you doing? Hmm? Come here, you. Yeah, come. That's my boy. The October ghost anyway. Come here, come here. Hi. You want to say hello to the world? This is my boy Spats. He's a cutie patootie. Yeah, you're just a sweet boy. You just love lovin's. He's a chess cat. He likes sleeping on people. Oh, you're just fond of sleeping all these lovin's now, aren't you? You know, sorts of lovin's. Alright, I'll let you down now. Just behave yourself for a little bit longer, okay? Love you. Dad loves you.
Is momentarily triggered on the stairs, and at the same time, an orb drifts overhead.
Ooh.
As he makes his way
That's
through
creepy.
the home with the spirit box running, he hears something in the hall.
Hello? I don't know if it was on here or in this house, but I just heard, hello? Hello?
That sounded like it came
Sounded
from the
it
spirit
came from the
box.
spirit box to me.
I was just
but it
saying
would
the
be
same
enough for me to
thing.
Be paranoid during the rest of this investigation. More than that, it would send me packing. Number 4.
Oh, that's creepy.
Poltergeist panic. Get ready for the show. YouTube channel Black Collar Project shares this poltergeist activity in a haunted theater, and it's pretty theatrical.
Move the chair. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, I heard that too. Something right up here.
Which chair throws all of them? It moved something.
The poltergeist moves a chair, scraping it across the floor. Watch again.
Which chair? Oh, it's one of those chairs right in the
This
center of the
chilling
screen.
capture left the team stunned.
Yes. That was full on.
There's more to this theater than what meets the eye, and if there's more footage of this place, I'm here for it.
Definitely.
Number
I would watch
3,
more of it too.
Ranch House Demon. Patrick of YouTube team, The Haunted Side Paranormal Investigations, visits Papa's place, a haunted ranch house, in search of the devil, and he's about to find one.
Ooh. Something like a shadow moving.
He captures
touched
what
you?
some are calling a shadow figure on the door. It slinks into view and then moves back. Some say it's Patrick's arm casting a shadow, but I don't think so. It appears again shortly after.
Huh.
Slight.
Okay, hold on.
Shortly after.
Okay, so you're gonna have to reverse this like I am because I'm looking at it too. Look here along this door, and then watch Patrick's, I think at this point of view, his right arm, and just, you tell me, I think it's his shadow. Because he's holding this up, right? And at the same time that he's holding whatever piece that is up, the shadow appears. So I think that might be his shadow. And then the moment that he puts it back, it's closer towards his chest, that's when the shadow disappears as well.
Slight.
Is this a true shadow figure or just a shadow?
I think it's just a
In order
shadow.
To get to the bottom of this, we'd have to know who, if anyone, is with Patrick, but I'm pretty sure this is a solo visit. Number
It could just be
2,
trick of the light. That's what I looked at.
This video trailer leaves more questions than answers. YouTube team Han Kardashler shares a series of clips involving a complex and dark case. An unknown woman is captured walking into this home at an odd gate.
Huh.
The team goes inside and chaos ensues.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alo. La ilahe illallah. Nerede? Ay bismillah bismillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahu ekber. Allahu ekber. Euzu kelimatillahi tamati min şerri ma halak.
It's like freaking out or something.
La ilahe illallah. Oğlum. Kardeşim bak yardım etmeye geldik sana.
Sakin ol. Sakin ol. Zarar vermeyeceğiz sana. Sakin ol.
A cryptic hand is seen in a frosted window pane. And the last scene captures a figure standing at the tombstones. For some reason, the guys get scared and start running, and then the figure is seen disappearing down the road into the darkness.
That's not freaky at all. And it's the same person too. You can tell by the hood.
Although I can't really
That's
piece
freaky.
together the story from these clips, They've convinced me to tune in to solve the riddle. Feel free to do the same and share what you found in the comments. I've got a challenge for
That's
you.
definitely
Since
freaky.
you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next... If you're wide Yeti, tap that follow button to find out. Number 1, Yeti in a snowstorm. While trapped in a wicked snowstorm, YouTuber Graphnix faces off with a Yeti. First, the team captures Jesse on a security camera, mysteriously racing out into the darkness in the middle of the storm.
What's he running from? I mean, yeah, you can't clearly see him.
Why is he leaving though? I don't know. It looks like he's running from something.
They search for Jester in the darkness but can't find him, but it seems to them like he's running from something. And then they find this clip. Security footage captures the Yeti yet again outside their home.
That's definitely a prank on that one.
As they're examining the footage, they hear a knock at the door.
This is definitely like a joke channel. That's what it's gotta be.
When they open it, they don't find the Yeti. Instead, they find this.
Jesse? Mike, it's Jesse! Come here, come quick! Jesse, let's get him inside, come on! Get him!
They attempt to get Jesse help, but their car won't start. And then this happens.
It's not starting! What do you mean it's not starting? We gotta do something, man! Come on, Jesse's freezing! Dad, we have to go back.
Yeah, this is definitely a joke video.
We gotta go! Come on, get Jesse, we gotta go back inside. Let's get back inside! Come on, open the door, hurry! Okay, get him inside! Okay. What? What the What? Oh, man, get in there! Give me that.
That was a close one. The guys were so close to being Yeti'd that their intense footage is disrupting my soul.
It is definitely something I would not expect to see, especially in something like this. Especially at the end of the video, it's kind of like a spoof video, but that's definitely something. But, as I promised, here's the bonus footage. So this is the bonus footage I was telling you about. I wanted to do Destination Fear's interpretation of what happens when an EVP goes missing. I meant to record this on the day that I was making it, and that didn't work out because I had plans. But I will now go ahead and show you the footage. Essentially, in this one, I will let this play out. They're in the middle of an EVP session.
In here, what's in this hospital? What's in this chapel? It said that there's a demon in here. Why do you hang out in the chapel? Alright, I'm going to cut on the digital recorder and play this back, see if we got anything. I'm like really nervous to play this back.
I would be nervous too.
Whoa! Run away. Dude, run
It sounded like Run Away.
Run away. Did everyone just hear Run Away? Yeah. Yep. I heard Run Clear as day.
That's definitely creepy.
Okay.
Now, they're in a chapel of this, I think it was an asylum that they were at, and this is all on Destination Fear. Unfortunately, Destination Fear wasn't continued on Travel Channel. However, they are now known as Project Fear on YouTube, so I will leave a link to their channel, so that way you can check them out. And any rights to this last little bit goes to Travel Channel, as this was originally their content. I'm just reacting to it. And all Chill's content belongs to him. I love being able to react to stuff like that, but here is the bit that makes it a little spicy.
Let me replay that back. Yeah, let me replay that. Run away after the freaking Ovulus says run? Right. What? There was nothing there. Wait, hold on.
Nothing is said during that bit where it should have said run away. That doesn't normally happen. My best guess was that maybe nothing was recorded on it in the first place, and the white noise that was generated from the EVP was used to generate run away. Because just before I started up this little bit, you heard run on the Ovilus 3, a device that's used to communicate with any sort of entities that are around you. And there's like a internal dictionary that they can use to put single words into the device. And there's a little bar at the very bottom that'll indicate the strength of the word. The lower the bar, the less energy that was used to make the word. But the larger the bar, if it's like all the way across the screen, that means it used full energy into the device.
Hold on, rewind it. That was the right question, right? When you said... Exactly. I only asked one question. You said...
And that's the only question that we show
well,
here.
When we played it back last time, I heard run away. Didn't we all hear run away?
I heard run away, for sure. And Tanner asked one question.
No, yeah, we all heard that. Okay, maybe I just missed it. Yeah, try it again. Play it again. I think I just missed it. What the hell?
And it's still not there.
No. What? Dude, how does that work?
I'm just like second guessing if I heard it now.
We have 4 people in this room that heard run away. It said run on the Ovilus. Yeah. Now it's telling us to run away.
This link here was on my screen, so don't worry about trying to tap that.
Can't hear anymore? Well, let's just listen to this thing and actually get out of here. We're not going to run out of here, but let's get out of here.
And that is essentially the very scary piece of evidence that I wanted to show as far as like any sort of like scary content for to finish off the month of October. But thank you all so much for tuning in, and happy Halloween once again. If you enjoy this, please consider subscribing to the channel, as it does help the channel grow just a little bit more. If you'd like to see more scary content like this, be sure to leave a like on this video, and maybe comment down below, and if I can English properly, comment down below what you'd like to see me do next, as far as a reaction video, whether it be haunted asylums, reacting to maybe even Project Fear, or even reacting to one of the other people, like Hauntings of Ohio group that I also watch. But as always, I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one, everybody, and a spooky night.